Greetings and salutations, and welcome to session with Smols 46. I plan it a little better now, so I know what session it is. I must have been wrong. Joining us, the usual, is Chipos. Is Sirot.
Hello, Shifra Sleeple at your service with big freaking box in map.
This isn't what we meant when Chipos needed to take up boxing.
But it suits him better.
I just have this vision of Chipos just doing a solid snake and just sneaking around in the cardboard box now.
I mean, wait, when is this session's going to go up at the end of October, right?
Yes.
You know, I just recorded the NES Metal Gear, and it'll go up about the same time.
Metal Gear. Next up, let's see how we are with JKLantern.
Cyrano Du Corbeau, and I'm a man of no little amount of education, and I'm awake.
And so we'll find out how much over the course of the session.
He's making up for how he was not allowed to be drunk last session.
The terrible part is the real joke will be to, oh, that was actually permanent. But no. Maybe later. And finally, and just introduced, just spoke up, was StarprincessHLC.
Hi, I'm Yuki, and I'm also Francine. We are both designed to kill people.
And Miss now playing two characters is because Yeowzah is currently on holiday and needs the time to himself. So, hope you had a good one, buddy. Because last session came to a bit of an abrupt end because we were pushing time, a quick round of summary of what came to be of it. That's a really creaky chair.
It was also a pie tin getting shoved in the trash.
The fallout from session 45's Big Mural. The whole deal with the gear hat is Titans were no longer allowed to be constructed because they were deemed too costly to make, and there's some more concerns about how alive they were. For the general consistency is, while Warforged are considered alive to some degrees, Warforged Titans aren't. But there's been some concerns over the years, and well, let's just say, in his previous adventures with the previous captain, Cyrano has discovered there may be some factual backing towards that. Percy has disappeared from the site. No one saw him go, but they have noticed a blood trail that just disappears along the way, but he has vamoosed from the situation. The boss thanks Chifos for interesting time, and if he needs any assistance down the line, just to ask. And just because I watched Basil the Great Mouse Detective recently, I'm just tempted to call him Vatican. Even though he's a kobold. The Void Dragon infected forces were destroyed by the combined efforts through the crew, nobles and merchants that were attending, but there were casualties along the way, though not enough to really shake up the status quo of things, but it's enough to cause concern. Okay, that's all the notes I had for that. Hey. Transition. Why'd you go up too early? It's been a while since then now. Percy's still been remained off the radar. Hell, as the case for Cyrano's has not been visited by any messengers, beating the crap out of him to leave any particular messages with him. It's been all very quiet on his unofficial employers. Jiffos, you have been issued back the soul gem containing your cousin's soul, along with any notes. Have you returned the old spirit talker's soul in return by this stage?
If he got it, if my throat wants to clear up, if Shifrost got the soul gem he's been looking for back, he doesn't want any others. He gladly got rid of the other one.
That's why he had the box.
So it's very much you met with Dane and concluded your business.
Yep.
The boss, the offer stands still from the boss is Major General Markov. Anyone who causes trouble for Percy and his associates is good in their books. Mind you, they are very much aware of Cyrano, who he is and what he's supposed to be doing. And they swear his unofficial employers are very much aware, such as well. So it's a case of, if he has any concerns about him, it's mainly down to his drinking habits. You've also had a box arrive, which is basically filled with knitted items, a jumper, a beanie hat, a scarf. A basic gift noted with a note ending in the initials of BY. Just congratulating him on some good work so far, and are looking forward to seeing the promise he has to bring in the future.
Also, just out of curiosity, do these knitted items even remotely fit?
The scarf is 6 foot long. The jumper is one size too small for you. And if the beanie had a hole in it, you could use it like a balaclava.
They get hung up in the special section of the closet.
So what's Cyrano and Yuki been up to since then?
Well, after a bit of bar hopping after his first trip.
Have you noticed how quiet it's been lately?
Yeah, I admit I was a little worried about Percy. He did unintentionally take a bullet for me.
Percy's like a cockroach. He always survives.
Still, is it weird I feel like I owe him something?
Oddly enough, Percy has the same opinion of Cyrano.
I knew he did.
Just for different reasons.
I am confused. Who is this Percy you keep talking about?
Percy is a git.
What is a git?
An obnoxious troublemaker.
Oh. Do I need to use my hammer on him?
We'll file that as Plan B for now.
What's plan A?
I'm not sure yet.
Plan A is probably whatever shenanigans we end up doing. You know, that tracks.
It's at this stage, suddenly, a little portal opens in front of the middle of the table. You all gathered around. A rather even more deceitful looking messenger, which looks like a walking pile of rubbish, just drops down, spins around, going until it finally comes face to face with Cyrano, grabs his head in both hands, and then delivers upon his lips a kiss. Then slaps both cheeks with both hands, and then suddenly jumps up in the back of the portal.
Well, this does not bode well.
Because you know full well that's the messenger of deep shit is going down, and you're going to deal with it.
That looks new.
Also, you seriously need a drink to get rid of the taste.
Well, we're back on the bullshit.
What
So it's a-
grade?
Only the finest bullshit.
I mean, considering you didn't get as beaten up, it's a little concerning. I'm confused. Why is it that he must be beaten up to receive a message? We don't know!
Family tradition.
I'm not sure I like your family.
I've always
That-
had sneaking suspicion that family tradition is only for him.
Cyrano knows for certainty his case of, well, in the company of other decapos, he has seen them receive similar treatment.
My family is not exactly fun time.
From the little I've dealt with them, yeah, I can agree.
You find on your person, per usual, a message that's sneaked your jacket. You just don't know how they did it this time. And the message reads, head immediately to Nevermore. Something is occurring and we need you to deal with it immediately.
Well, who wants to take a road trip?
You know, it's been a while. Maybe finally I can use my hammer.
A road trip.
Yep.
Hey. Do we have any idea what we're about to stumble into this time?
Whatever it is, I'm betting it ain't gonna be fun.
You notice that the bottom of the letter has actually been folded over, and unfolding it, you read the words Stitcher West bullshit.
Ah, great. We're dealing with moving corpses again, I think, with robot parts.
Again? When did
Apparently,
you guys deal with moving corpses last time?
I mean, there was that time in, what was it, Evervale? And then we did have to deal with, like, I guess Mecha Stubby, but I think that was more Gearheart than Stitcher. Oh, there
Assuming it's
wasn't.
because Crandall was the one that went on those missions.
Yeah. You know, we never did find out what happened to Stubby's brain after we rescued him.
Wait, Stubby actually had brain.
Apparently.
Huh, could have fooled me.
Eh.
Somewhere out there in one of the Shadow Isles, Stubby's brain having been hijacked by the family on his way to the Gear Heart is just going, you do someone a favour, you try to help out, and this is what you get.
I don't know what this Stubby is, but he sounds like a loser.
Who taught Francine about the concept of losers?
That would be Lord Omnius.
How much are we paying Omnius?
We're paying him?
We're paying him?
Good answer. Okay.
I thought all of his fees went directly into unpaid taxes.
I thought a bunch of it went to Percy.
Those are the unpaid taxes.
Is this Percy a tax collector? Do I have to give him my taxes? Do I
would
pay
not
taxes?
recommend it.
You see,
Really?
he is tax collector, but not for you. You have different tax collector.
Who is my tax collector?
You have to ask guild leader for that one. However, yes, Percy is special tax collector, mostly for Omnius, and other people who have taken loans they should not have taken in the first place.
Ah, I see. So if this Percy's a tax collector, and he is evil, does that mean all tax collectors are evil?
No, not all.
Some are lawfully ambivalent.
Some of them actually follow laws and rules.
Then how do I know if my tax collector is evil or not?
It would depend on how many licenses they have. If they actually have proper paperwork and proper licensing and proper accreditation.
So would that be Oko-san?
Oko-san should not be handling money of any type. Who is he collecting taxes from?
I mean, you saw the huge amount of Oko-sans in Office Hell.
Wait, there's more than one of him?
You
A
have
whole lot
no
more.
idea. Imagine a sea of Oko-sans far as you can see.
Why would you make me imagine that?
Because we had to look at it.
A sea of Okasans mixed in with Doctor and El Pudding Diablos and one Billy the Underface. Staff meetings were fun.
Wait, where is Oko-san at the moment? And he's probably still talking to the reporter.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to...
And so many, after many days, Okasan found the can opener.
As I was saying, this case of Okasan and Tobias have entered into a deal where he's going to publish Okasan's life story, but as a chief bullshitter, he recognizes Okasan's bullshit, even though Okasan believes it's real.
It's impressive because Okasan doesn't even recognize Okasan's bullshit.
Exactly. So he's going to publish the book, and since he knows for as much relation to reality it is, he doesn't need to contact anyone, and he has arranged the deal. So it's going to be 75, 20, 25 the majority to himself. But Okasan doesn't care. It's more money for the kids.
I was about to say it was Okasan's idea. Tobias was actually shocked.
Tobias is still on the idea because it's making money the easy way.
And then one aspiring writer reads these books, notes all the stuff with Omnius in it, and decides to write a romance novel between Okasan and Omnius.
They hate each other so dearly, they must be in love.
Exactly.
And well, anyone who's taking the time to research where all the different teleport rooms go, at a stretch, one of the rooms does take you to Nevermore. And as one of you just having a glance towards the message board in the canteen, a message materializes, slips off the pin that's holding into the corkboard, floats over to you, and suddenly slaps onto Cyrano's face. Pretty much making it officially a guild job.
Well, looks like we're dealing with Stitcher West's bullshit.
I hate it when that happens.
The official term for the job is you're dealing with grave robbers. Please report to teleport room 7777777.
7 sevens.
I think I can remember that. That's good, because the rest of us can't.
If I call it room 49, do people get confused?
No, but a guy who has a red shiny body and a silver face suddenly pops out of nowhere, starts yelling at you to perform some intense and highly dangerous training that you're not sure is for your own good or this guy's just been a bastard.
Can't train now. Off to work. We're doing things.
Give us an intelligence roll. Just straight up.
Okay. That is a 21.
Ooh.
It only takes you 7 minutes to reach teleport room 7777777.
See, I told you I could figure it out. What would we do without you, Francine? I mean, you survived without me before, but I'm glad to be included.
Inside you find Jimmy the Seventh, who's clad in red, sporting a mohawk of white hair. Oh, aye, where do you want to go?
Apparently, we're going to Nevermore.
Nevermore, you say? No one really wants to go to Nevermore. But if you really want to go to Nevermore, get in the circle.
Okie dokie.
Shifrost sighs as he crosses the boundary.
And with everyone stepping in the circle, Jimmy the Seventh spits on his hands, grabs the lever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Finally slams it down. And suddenly the gateway opens and you zoom on through to the usual starscape. Starscape you usually get when traveling between islands. And now, because I really want to go for the joke, translate it, please. Da, 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 da. You are treated to the serenading of 777, 777. Far among the galaxy is where your home lies. 77, Fighter 7, Ultra 777. March to the end of the big Milky Way with the Ultra Eyes spark. Blah blah blah. Cause Ultraman glances is our thing. It takes you around, oddly enough, 7 minutes floating through the wormhole into you're kicked out of the other end of the teleporter tunnel. I get way too technical for this. And you recognise the usual standards for a Shadow Island. Yeah, you recognise the surroundings of a village, of a built of stone, mortar. The roads are mostly dirt. That's surrounded by thick, ominous-looking forests. The sky above, it's day. You can just see the sun through the daylight, but it's very filtered through thick clouds, so it's dark, it's glum. It just feels like if it rained, it will be an improvement.
You know, I feel we need a little bit of light. And she pulls out her Dawnbreaker.
And but she never did turn that thing off.
Exactly.
Which is sort of followed by the screaming of "Ah, me eyes!" by numerous villagers.
Oh dear, perhaps I should put this away.
You know, on the one hand, I do enjoy more light. On the other hand, it is drawing much attention to ourselves.
Oh, sorry. You think if we name any of your family members, weird phenomenon will happen again?
I don't know. I mean, what? I could spoil something right now. I'm not going to. I mean, there was Auntie Vanessa. Nope, nothing. Okay.
No, watch. The only thing that ever happens is if somebody names Carver.
Everyone looks up, they look around to check their watches. What the hell's a wristwatch? Nothing happens.
Either they don't know about him or they're desperately trying to hide that they know him.
Given what I remember, either one is very likely.
True.
Are you the heroes from the Shiny Light Guild?
We are from the guild, but hero is debatable.
Turn around, you see this tall, slump-tall gentleman. If you were to say anything it looks like a combination between an eagle and a lurch.
So it's Old Man Drippy from Breathfire 3.
Don't say. I am Mr. Edward. We have been informed you would be arriving sometime. If you will please follow me and please walk this way. And he probably does the walk from the Ministry of Silly Walks.
Well, Dex check time.
I
Wait,
am
would it
not
be-
walking that way. No.
Would that be
Fritz.
Dex or acrobatics?
That'd be acrobatics.
Look, my
Sweet.
legs are too short to walk that way.
Francine is going to attempt to walk that way.
I got a 12.
I got that 20.
Francine basically shows you up. Cyrano is discovering maybe the reason he drinks so much is because his joints don't work as he goes as they should.
It's funny because I have an 8 in acrobatics.
He's undergone a period of sobriety. He may have lost some lubrication along the way. So,
What? Is that right?
surely
Oh my god, the party druid has opinions!
the party is accosted by a series of black cats that look at you, purr, meep, rub against your legs, trying to trip you up, all for the sake of attention and or food.
Aw, nice kitties.
There's part of me that thinks I should start carrying cat treats on these missions. Then there's the other part of me that realizes the cats would just follow me more.
Pet, pet, pet.
Eventually, you manage to get away from the cats. You were led to the. No, except for that last one that just clings to the back of someone's back. And then
It's going to be around a while, I think.
Yeah. Yep, you're led to the mayor's office. And inside, you're led to the mayor's actual office. The individual knocks on the door. You hear a "come in," and you're led in. There's a figure sat behind a desk. It's the usual mayor's office with lots of stuff, trying to make themselves look intelligent, important, and all that. When the chair turns around, and you're greeted by a skeleton in a suit.
Oh, this is a thing. I'm confused. Shouldn't there be skin on that?
Give it a minute.
One could ask, shouldn't there be skin on you, shiny one?
It's true. Why don't I have skin?
You are a being made of metal. This is a being made of bone. We're all made of many things.
Fascinating.
The skeletal mayor just puts his elbows on the desk, just perches it, just holds his fingers together, just glares at you. So you're the help we're meant to get. And someone shoo that cat away.
I think he took offense to that.
Cat said no.
I thought the cat was the mayor. Oh god, we found the town's dark secret. The skeleton is only a puppet. The cat is true power behind throne.
Just like the Powerpuff Girls.
So, are you from the Saturday Night Guild, or are you just here to waste my time?
No,
I think a
that's us.
little of both.
I was gonna say, what makes you think we can't do both at the same time?
Okay, enough beating about the boss. We got a problem. Turns out we've had a couple of grave robbers disturb something they should have not disturbed. That happened a month ago. And, I think it's just better if I show you. Okay, follow me.
Should we walk his way too?
You can if you wish. I'm walking normally.
I'm going to try. That is not my d20. 17 Dex.
The skeletal mare just
24.
walks in a usual, typical manner. He just walks with his hands held tightly behind his back. It's a good 5 minutes or so before you pretty much arrive. Actually, no, more like 15 minutes. It's a fairly big town. So you are in the centre, and he takes you to the edge where there have been a cemetery set up. And there you see every plot, every plot opened, every tombstone knocked over. Pretty much the place, it's empty. We did have a graveyard keeper until this happened the other week.
Did somebody steal his pet rat?
No, they ate him.
Oh.
Oh boy.
That's gonna make that quest line harder to resolve.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we presume they ate him. His body was actually never recovered.
I'm sure that's not ominous at all.
So, yeah. There's a few other towns nearby, and every one of their graveyards has been hit and emptied. We reported to the island governor, and they said they will deal with it, which means you. So, if you wanted to investigate, got any questions to ask them now before night comes along and I'm going inside and locking the doors. So please be quick.
How long has this been going on?
Well, I just said it's a case of last month. We had a couple of, well, there were a couple of grave robbers. Only one came back. We only know because the news started to get around after the cemetery started to be raided. Oh, this happened last week. The neighbours, they were in town 2 weeks ago, and so on and so on.
So, I mean, are they taking entire corpse? Or are they just looting trinkets? Or what? What has been standard operation here?
Well, we hear noise of the night. We check out in the morning because we're not stupid. Look, I may be undead. We got werewolves around here. I don't want to be chewed on. And we come back to find this. Points to an empty casket.
So they are taking whole body. Interesting.
Yes.
Yuki jumps
And-
down and starts sniffing the grave.
And these were completely dead bodies and not just undead taking nap in coffin or something?
Oh, as you can see, okay, because no one's got a call for it. Mercury investigation roll.
Okay.
Everyone who wants to make one.
Yuki's already in the coffin, so.
Also, you're being assailed by the scent of death. And not fresh death, even stale death.
That would be a 4.
That would be a 13.
Unnatural 20.
Or yeah, rolling for 2.
Oh, I wasn't sure if Francine was actually going to roll.
In this case, go for Yuki, and Yuki notices the amount of scratching on the top of the casket, and it very much looked like they've been opened from the inside. They dug themselves out.
Looks like it was a break out more than a break in.
Yeah. Well, that's the odd thing. Back in ages past, we used to burn the dead just to make sure this stuff didn't happen, but there came a time when we would watch the body for a week. If it started to move, we'd burn it. If it didn't, we'd bury it. But I mean, a while ago, and yeah, we're really not sure what's going on here.
Is there anyone in town with, say, ability to revive dead bodies?
We have a spirit talker just in case. Case of lost will and testaments. Who points out who murdered who? Oh God! Friday night used to be so much worse. But it's at the moment. The moment this started to happen, they all buggered off. They wanted nothing to do with it.
They wanted nothing to do with it, yet here we are. Fantastic.
So every single plot has been broken out of at the moment?
It's the last ding dong diddly one.
Okay.
Or anything special? Was there anything special about the beings buried here?
Nope, nothing special. Being poor people, not so poor people, the dead poor people, not so poor people, merchants, anyone who happened to be unlucky enough to die in this lousy place. There over there was Jerry, who made a point of disappointing Mr. Corbeau. So I believe he had been buried alive at the time.
That's not uncommon with the Duke Orbos.
What did Jerry do?
You don't want to know.
Jerry! Jerry. Yeah, Jerry. We all remember Jerry.
I don't!
That's for the best.
Sir, I believe you are bullshitting me. You probably never met Jerry in your life.
Jerry existed as a warning to others. They never did find out what he did to all those goldfish.
You can feel the mayor giving you a dirty look. Look. Okay, since we're not going to get anywhere, since no one's really bringing it up, we do happen to have that surviving grey robber if you want to talk to him. Oh, good God. We get... That freaking amateur vampire hunter was more insightful than you lot.
It's not my fault you distracted me with thoughts of Jerry and his dirty life and crimes. So many chicken nuggets.
It's not this. You can practically feel the darkness start to seep in the howls of wolves away in the distance. As the sun turns into a bloody red as it disappears over the horizon, the moon begins to rise. Right, you fuckers can do what you want. I prefer you solve this problem, but I'm going back to town, locking myself in, and hope you solve my problem.
Is that standard procedure for night around here to lock yourself in?
Told you, we've got werewolves. And
Fun.
And that's just the nice stuff.
Werewolves always cheating at poker.
Next, you're gonna tell me the boogeyman exists here.
You can hear the howls getting closer.
You know, I do not wish to be an alarmist, but I do think we should find shelter.
Fair.
Let's go harass the surviving grave robber for a bit.
Anyone going to take a quick look around before they hurry off back to town?
Sure.
I rolled a 4 on investigation. What do you think?
He's too scared of the werewolves.
It's for anyone who does. I'm going to give you this free. You notice odd, strange blue dim lights away in the distance, in between the trees.
Apparently the trees are having a sale. I hope at least one person out there gets that joke.
I don't get the joke, but the first step Cyrano takes, he misjudges it and falls into an open grave.
Also, that department store chain is defunct now.
It is.
Cyrano also notices that this place may look miserable, but they do nice fine caskets and the lining is nice and soft.
This is the second best coffin I've ever been in.
Do I dare ask about the first?
Built-in minibar.
Oh, why would there be a built-in minibar in a casket?
Listen, I don't question the tastes of the people buying the caskets.
I guess the undead need to raise their spirits.
Some cultures believe when you die, you commune with the spirit world, and this guy took it literally, I guess.
I am sure someone out there just took 5 points of psychic damage.
His comment or my joke?
Yes.
Your joke. As you hurry back, the DM decides time to bring this session, part of the session, to a close. So until next time, bye.
Oh.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.